Hey, welcome. I am Dr. Toya Davis, and I'm so happy that you are joining me today. So, have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put into achieving a goal, there always seems to be some type of block, right? Or something comes up in the path? Well, I think oftentimes we think that there's like more effort that we need. We have to work harder, we have to grind harder. But I'm here to tell you that probably what's happening is there is some type of energetic or vibration misalignment or mismatch that is causing the incongruency between what your perceived effort is and the outcome. Okay. So today we are talking about the universal law of vibration. I love the universal laws. I incorporate them into everything. And I think that that is really how we are able to kind of get into the flow of life. So the law of vibration is one of what I consider to be one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked principles of manifestation, right? We talk about manifestation a lot. You can Google manifestation and you'll see so many things pop up, right? So many ways that people are suggesting you manifest things. But the law of vibration states that everything in the universe, including you and me, is made of energy, vibrating at different frequencies. Now, if you followed me for any amount of time, you have probably heard me say everything is energy because I say it ad nauseum. I say it ad nauseum because it is literally how I am able to do pretty much everything that I do, right? It is this understanding that everything is vibrating and operating at a particular frequency. And for me, if I can understand the frequency, if I can understand, even if it's just at a conceptual level, right? Because that's where it starts. Even if I can just understand at a conceptual level the vibration or the frequency of the thing that I want, for me, that is kind of the first step to getting change. When I'm working with clients, when I'm doing divination, all of that stuff is me operating in this law of vibration. Okay. So your thoughts, your emotions, all of the actions, all of that stuff carries a vibration. And this is the thing. The vibration that we put out, the things that we're putting out, the energy that we're emitting will attract its likeness, right? Like attract like attracts like. How many times have we heard that? Like attracts like, right? So if you think of it from the standpoint of all things are energy, every thought, the patterns, the behaviors, the emotions, all of this thing is an energy. And this is what I'm vibrating out into the world, right? What is going to come back? Something that matches that same energy or that same frequency is going to come back. Now, I want to frame this, I'm team empowerment, right? We are the masters and creators, co-creators of our own reality. So with that said, coming into awareness that the vibration and the energy that we are sending out pulls back, we also know that we have the power to change the vibration and the frequency that we are sending out. All right. So when you're operating at a high frequency, right? This is when you're feeling joy, gratitude, when things are really in alignment, you can attract those experiences that are in alignment with that. But when your vibration is low, let's say you're feeling fear, doubt, frustration, all of those are low vibration energies, right? What happens is that continues to like ripple out and expand, and you get stuck in those things until you meet something that counters that and starts to shift that out, right? And so I'm offering that we come into the awareness that this is what's happening, and I'm going to give us some steps at the end today to be able to shift and take a more active role in utilizing the law of vibration to help us get the life that we want. All right. For me, where I live in kind of this law of vibration is really the energy of gratitude, or let me say that better. I went to Costa Rica. I did a retreat in Costa Rica, Soul Wellness retreat in 2000 and I think it was 22 or or maybe it was 23. I don't know. I think it was 2022. I did the Soul Wellness Retreat in Costa Rica. And that experience was so amazing, right? It was amazing for a multitude of reasons. One, the energetic, what I call the energetic imprint of the space that we were in, Costa Rica itself, was so like just calm, right? The people there had such a gratitude for every single thing, right? The way that they showed up in life exuded, and it had no choice. Like you had no choice but to be impacted by that particular energy. So it was the energy of the people, it was the energy of the land. And because I was there to host this retreat about soul wellness, so I am also in this space for these few days. I think we were there for like 7 days. I can't remember now. But where we are diving deep into mindfulness. I did we were doing Reiki on everyone. I did sound therapy and sound frequency healing. Kind of embodied moving things through the system. So all of these things coming together. When I got back to the States, the energy of gratitude was so high in me. Like things literally were happening that were seemingly crazy, and I could not shake the energy of gratitude, right? This was also during the time where my dad was at like, his health was transitioning really, really quickly, right? So every day it was something different, something new. And I could have easily gone into this energy of despair or hopelessness or feeding and feeling into the energies that are around me. But the energy of gratitude was so high that it literally was canceling everything out. And so anytime something was coming to me, my brain was naturally processing it through this other lens. And I was so thankful for the time that I had been able to spend in Costa Rica, because I often say, I don't know if I had not just done that like in-depth period. And I think it was 7 days, right? That period of self-care, reflection, of being mindful, of tapping into the universe, if I would have been able to handle the transitions that my dad was going through with so much grace. Okay. So I offer that story to talk about how this law of vibration like worked in real time, right? Again, I use it all the time. It is my understanding that everything is energy, is how I move and work with clients, is how I do the things that I do. But in my own personal life, this idea of gratitude, or the energy of gratitude, the vibration and the frequency of gratitude, is one that I often default to. Not default. I would love for it to be my natural default, but sometimes I do have to work at that, right? Human growing, learning, all of those things, right? But this energy of gratitude. And so what happens is, like I said, the situations that were coming up didn't change, right? The situations were the situations, but how I was able to receive them, and also how they now impacted my body, right? Because the body is reacting to the way that the body is holding on to trauma based on the way that we are perceiving the events. So all of these things allowed me to just kind of be in a different space, right? So now, even and with my kids too, right? I always send them into this energy, the vibration, the frequency of gratitude, so that even when something is bad, because we can't say and act like the world is perfect and nothing bad is going to happen. That's just ridiculous, right? But it's about the perspective and what is the energy that we are going to attach to that particular thing that will determine the energies that we draw into our life. All right. So, I'm going to break down this law of vibration and how it can work for you. Insight 1. Your thoughts and emotions carry energy. All right. Thoughts and emotions carry energy. That's just think of something that has happened in your life, right? A time when you were mad, a time when you were happy, a time when you were really in love, right? Think about how, one, it made you feel, right? So not about the emotion and the thing that's happening in your head, but from a body standpoint, what happened to the room? If there were other people around you, what happened to that space, right? And then as a result of kind of that particular thought or emotion, then what happened? What was the reverb? What came back to you? Okay. So positive thoughts like love, hope, gratitude vibrate at higher frequencies. There is an actual emotional frequency chart. I don't know if if that's the name of it, but it lists all of the emotions, and then it has like the frequency that is attached to each of those emotions, and so it kind of goes from low vibrational emotions right all the way up to the highest state. And one of the things that I like to do, particularly with clients, is if someone is operating at a let's just say I'm going to make up numbers, right? So let's say a particular emotion is at 240 hertz, right? That's the vibration, or that's the frequency that it's on. So this is a low vibration emotion, 240 hertz. And I'm trying to shift that person. I am not going to try to shift that person to an emotional state that is at 1000 hertz, right? The gap between that 240 and that 1000 is too big for that person to maintain consistently. And the ego not jump in and try to, derail them back and push them back to their comfort zone. So when we're talking about like shifting and raising our vibration, raising our frequencies, one of the things that I want you to know, that it is okay if you don't go from, mad at the world to love, peace, and joy for everyone. Right? That is perfectly okay. The gap between where you were and that new state is really, really high. And although you might be able to get there and touch it, to maintain it can be more complicated, right? And I'm not saying that this is for everyone, because there are a lot of factors that go into can we maintain it and all of that stuff. But in general, it's okay to go from mad at the world to just a little perturbed, right? Oh, just a little perturbed. I'm okay. I'm neutral now, right? From neutral, oh, you know what? This thing brought me a little bit of joy, right? It's okay to kind of stair step up the things up the ladder of vibrations, okay? So just know that everything is carrying a vibration, everything is carrying a frequency, and we put that out, okay? Insight 2, you are a magnet for what you emit. So if you are constantly thinking, I'll never be successful, guess what? The universe mirrors that back to you. But if you affirm, I'm worthy of success, your energy shifts and opportunities begin aligning with that belief. So again, one of my favorite quotes, I did a speech when I went to Paris. The speech that I gave was, you're not the boss of me, right? And it was talking about how we can't give our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions the power to be the boss, because when we do that, that's what comes back to us. And there's this quote that says, if you think you can and if you think you can't, you're right. And I love that. I absolutely love that, because this is that idea that the universe will simply mirror what you put out, right? So if the vibrations and the frequencies that I'm putting out are saying I can't, I'm inadequate, no one will ever like me, it takes a lot to work, it takes a lot to make money, opportunities don't come my way, right? If that's what I'm putting out, if that's the vibration, if that's the frequency, then the universe has no choice but to honor the things that you're saying. And I know that sounds crazy, right? But the thing is, the universe is not a judger, right? It doesn't judge the validity of your thoughts. That's not the role. It doesn't judge the validity. Its role is to support the things that support the energies that you put out, right? By bringing back that match. So it's really important to understand that how we are thinking and what we're saying, all of those things have a reverberation that is really, really important. And then the last one here is that you can change your vibration, right? So kind of going back to my previous example with that energy of gratitude, I think that gratitude is a very easy way to kind of often shift the thought and shift the perspective. This is another story. My cabinets fell out of my wall. You know how you have cabinets in the wall. Yeah. So like one whole side of my cabinets one night came down. I was standing in front of the stove maybe like 5 seconds before that, and my spirit was like, go get something from out of the washroom. So I walked from in front of the thing to go to the washroom and heard boom 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 all this stuff, right? Go back, cabinet fell. So this particular side of the cabinet, this particular side of the wall was mostly like our plasticware. There were some glass things, but for the most part, all of my like dishes and everything was on the other side. So cooking supplies, things like that. All of this stuff was on this one side. And because it was so loud, my kids heard it. They came down, right? So we're standing there, we're looking, and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, I had to sweep up all of this. Like I didn't say this out loud, but this is what I'm thinking, right? I'm seeing all of the broken glass. I'm seeing the spices and the seasonings that have opened up, and so it's liquid. My wine and everything. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, I got to clean up all this glass. I hate cleaning glass because I feel like glass is one of those things where no matter how much you cleaned it, you find some more. And my daughter says, good thing it wasn't the other side that fell. And I was like, you know what, baby? You're right. Because the other side is complete glass, right? I have crystals, crystal dinnerware, like everything over there is glass. And so had that side fallen, these little few things that I'm like about to be complaining about picking up would have been absolutely magnified. So when she said that, that gave me the switch that I needed in that moment. Right. And it was like, okay, let's, clean this up. But it's that idea of being able to being able to shift into that energy of gratitude. Right. So now I'm not cleaning upset. I'm not like my energy isn't going out in a way that it probably would have been, or probably would have taken me a lot longer had she not said that to switch. All right. So where are we? I'm sorry. Inside 3, you can change your vibration. And so the beauty of this is that it's not fixed, right? We have the power to raise our vibration at any time. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you that, a simple exercise to be able to change your vibration. And then, yeah, because this video is getting long, I'm going to stop this here. And I'll do another video that talks about the law of vibration and the Akashic records, right? And kind of how those things come together and how you can utilize those things, okay? But I want to finish this one. I don't want my videos to be too long. So here's an action step that you can take today to start raising your vibration. Create a vibration booster playlist. Music is one of the fastest ways to shift your energy, and it's so simple to do. Maybe because I'm a dancer, right? I love music. But you can write down 5 songs that make you feel joyful, inspired, or empowered. Okay. My playlists and my Apple Music are literally based on the mood that I want to create. Like that's the title, right? That's the title. It's like, one is like, inspiration, like fast, inspiration fast, right? Inspiration slow, affirm yourself, right? Those are like how my things are listed. So you're going to write down 5 songs that make you feel joyful, inspired, or empowered. Then you are going to play this playlist when you're feeling low or you need an energy reset. And then I want you to pay attention to how your mood and mindset shift after listening. So for this week, you're creating your playlist. My instant energy is soca. It don't even need to be a particular song. Soca is my thing, right? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If I need to clean, if I've been in a funky mood, if I've been whatever, soca is my thing, right? So I want you to do your playlist. Let me know the songs that you have. I also love finding good music. So drop your songs in the chat for me or in the comments for me, and I would love to hear them, listen to them. I might be able to add some to some of my playlists. All right. So today we talked about the law of vibration. I will again kind of keep coming back talking about some of the different universal laws, and I am going to do a video specifically on the law of vibration in the Akashic records. But if this idea and kind of how you use universal laws and integrate them into your life to create the life that you want is something that is interesting to you. I have opened up my new cohort, or we're in the new cohort of my group coaching program, which is called Inner Alchemy. It is a 6-week program to self mastery and personal empowerment. And really, what we are doing is understanding one, your energetic, you as an individual soul, right? Your soul's energetic frequency and signature, things that you have taken on that are keeping you from kind of operating in that divine or in your soul's kind of greatest seat of power, right? And looking at how we shift and change the things that have been blockages, right? How we can now use those to empower us, hence the alchemy. So if you're interested in that, the information will be in the description. Meantime, like, subscribe, share, do all of the things. I love to see you back next time. I am Dr. Latoya Davis. And until next time, stay aligned, liberated, and abundant.